Psychic Connection. I am your host, Journey Ryan, right here on Journey Ryan Live. So, guys, I am very happy and excited to be here tonight, guys. We have a lot going on and very excited for you guys to get the chance to see everything that's going on. We've got we are part of a new magazine that is coming out. So, guys, get ready to check that out. We've got some new cool, fun stuff going that's on our YouTube channel, like mythology and astrology. Guys, get ready for that. We're going to be doing that with our wonderful squirrel, our little netty friend. So, guys, get ready for that. We've got some other things coming up. We've got interviews with gifted practitioners from all walks of life. So we're really looking forward to that, guys. You know, we've got I think it's a Cancer moon coming up because I'm feeling all that emotion coming through, but let me double check on that. But I'm pretty sure it's a Cancer moon. We have a Mars that started in retrograde at the beginning, well, basically the last few days of the year, and it's not as bad as you think it is, but the energy is really direct. So it'll cut like a knife. So just be a little careful with that. Guys, if you guys are watching from our YouTube channel, make sure you guys are subscribing and ringing the bell to make sure you're notified anytime that we are live. And guys, also, if you're on our YouTube channel, make sure you follow our page, our Facebook channel. Make sure you're following our page and getting notifications there as well. But it is Wednesday night. That means we are here with Gigi. Gigi,
hello. Hey, Journey.
Okay, hang on. I'm having trouble hearing. Okay. So, how are you doing?
Hey, Journey. Hi. Happy New Year. How's it going?
It's going. It's going. Sorry, I got to put in my ear set here because apparently it went through my earpiece, which is fine.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, I can't hear her. My earpiece is. But yeah, I'm Happy New Year. You look great. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, if you guys have, I am super excited for having you here. Guys, if you've not met Gigi, this is her second time here on the air with us. So guys, get ready to be blown away. She's an amazing psychic. And I cannot wait for you guys to get the chance to talk with her. Guys, make sure that if you are wanting to get on the list, make sure you're posting your specific question in order to get on the list, guys, because we get a lot of people in here, and the faster you post your question, the faster we can get to you. If you guys want something longer than a 2-minute reading, make sure you guys click that donation link and see what options we have available, because we have a 3, a 5, a mini, a medium, and a mega. So guys, check those out. Make sure you guys are choosing what it is that you guys would like for a reading. So we're really excited about that. And boom, there's Gigi's banner. I was like, where's Gigi's banner? It's here. It's here. We got it. We got it. So I'm so happy for you to be here. How's your new year starting out so far?
It's eventful, so yes, it's going to be a good year.
Yes. All right. I love it. I love it. And, you know, you heard about the new magazine coming out, and that's digital and a physical copy. So there's capability of getting a physical copy of the magazine, or you can just read it for free online. Either way, it's fun. But if you are a business owner, would like to do all that, that information will be coming out soon for you guys. So just go ahead and we'll keep you guys informed with that. And we also have a game show showing up on July of this year. The post for it is in the Facebook group, where you guys can go to the Facebook group and sign up to be a part of that. So if you're a tarot reader, a psychic, a medium, spiritual practitioner, make sure you guys are checking that out to get in for the auditions. We are going to be choosing 30 people to be on this game show, and then we are going to go from that 30 people, and the games will begin, and so will the elimination. So it's going to be a fun game. So I know, and then there's cash prize, and you know, your own show, your own radio show. I mean, there's so much that comes with it. So I cannot wait for everybody to get the opportunity to check that out and have some cool stuff to watch as we go into the summer. You know, because we do this by the season, so it's definitely a lot of fun. So are you ready to rock and roll tonight?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Actually, like, I'm so excited to be here today because the new year is a perfect time to get read and get reset and take a look at what's coming and use a reading for what I believe it's truly meant for as a roadmap to plan,
Right.
right? Like, look at the
Right.
current energy, look at what's happening, and then you can see what can be done to affect that energy and get to the outcome that you want to get to, right? Because it's not written
Absolutely.
in stone most of the time. 99% of the time, I will venture to say it's not written in stone. So, a reading is a perfect way to find out how to get to the ending that you want. So, New Year's, perfect time.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Totally agree with you there on that. So, getting that reset, following, making, everybody plans those New Year's resolutions as soon as the year starts. They're like, oh, I'm going to do this, this, and this. And I always try to tell people, do things that are realistic to you and make it a step plan. So if you're one of those people like, oh, I'm going to quit smoking, lower the amount of cigarettes that you take in. Take it step by step. Don't just cold turkey because that's where a lot of people mess up.
Yeah, and look at what it is that's causing that to be habitual for you. Like, why is this habit have this stronghold on you,
Exactly.
right? Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly right. Oh, I'm so excited to see the questions you got there. They're loading up there in the queue. So, with
Yay.
no further ado, are you ready to take on some questions for the evening?
I am so ready. I'm ready.
All right. And I love that beautiful light shining behind you. It just looks it's empowering. I love it. I love it.
Yay.
All right. So, who do we have first on the list? All right, we got Mahesh.
Okay, so I see, what type of girl is Isha? So, that's an interesting question, the way you have it put. And I think how I'm going to answer that is I'm going to look at Isha and see what kind of girl she is towards you, because that's really what's important in this case. What's in Isha's heart and mind when it comes to you, right? Because she can be anything to anyone else. And first off, I have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Let me find my camera here, and that is followed by the moon. So, very secretive, not letting you in or won't let you into what's really in her mind or where she's at, right? And with that Ace of Swords, I'm seeing this very bold type of energy where it's about me. It's about what I want and how I'm going to get there. And with that moon supporting that, that means it's about what I want, how I'm going to get there, and I'm not going to give you a clue. And you might find out after I'm done doing what I do. Now, is that all bad? No, but they are looking at you as the God or the King of Pentacles. So they're looking at you to be some type of stability. And with it being Pentacles, we automatically go to, financial, but it can also be a stronghold, like looking to you to be some type of stronghold. There's been for Isha a lot of situations where she has suffered because she has not walked away from a situation or a person and didn't make the right choice for herself. And that's kind of what feeds what her whole attitude is at this point. She's had a kind of, like, what I'm feeling, what I'm hearing is she's had a a come to Jesus kind of moment where she's like, okay, I am not going to keep getting myself into these situations where I lose. Wow, that was strong energy coming through on that one. Just like very
Absolutely. Good question. I love how just like you said, I love how the question was worded too. And
hmm
if they want more information, they can donate for a 3, a 5, a mini. There's guaranteed more information there. And Mahesh saying thank you. Thank you, Mahesh, for your question.
Yes,
All
thank you so
right.
much.
But that was beautiful. That was a beautiful reading. And I, again, love how the question was worded to know about the person that we want to romantically involve ourselves with. You know, a very good question to see if is this something I
Oh,
want to
yeah,
get myself into, or
absolutely.
maybe I should stay away. I don't know.
Well, to be
Uh,
forewarned is to be forearmed, right?
exactly right. Exactly
Yes,
right. All right, guys.
absolutely.
To all of you that are just coming in, this is Psychic Gigi. She's going to be with us. She has now become a part of my Psychic Connection. So, guys, you'll be seeing a lot more of her, and soon she will have her own showtime for you guys. And that way, you guys can find out what time she's going to be available because she's got so much great information. And I cannot wait for you guys to hear it because it's going to take more than one show to hear all this greatness. All right? All right. So, who do we have next for Gigi? Ooh,
All
Taylor
right.
Washington.
Taylor says, what is going on with Edward? Not rushing, just kind of blasé about it now, trying not so hard to stress about it. Okay. So, Taylor, let's take a look at Edward, and it sounds like Edward has been dragging his feet. And let's see what that's about. What's going on in his head? I love to look inside their heads. Okay. My favorite kind of reading, actually, because I'm nosy. Okay. All right. So the first card we have off the bat is the Three of Wands, and I see a long winding path. So absolutely. This one is not rushing. This one is taking his time with this Four of Pentacles, saying, like, I'm feeling comfortable where I'm at. So basically, what I'm hearing is look at Taylor, look at the effort you're putting in, look at how you're approaching, look at what you might be doing to get things to go in the direction that you want. Because if you're pushing hard, he's pulling back, right? He's sitting down and letting you do the work, in other words. And that's what I'm getting from that. With the Nine of Cups in the reverse, and with the Five of Cups in the reverse, like, oh, just some energy of not wanting to give you what you want, if that makes sense. And also, I pulled the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords is a trying card. There's some aspects to Edward's personality that have definitely are directly responsible for what you're experiencing, because he is a little bit, how do I say it nicely, cutthroat, like not maybe with you directly, but with others around him. And that part of his personality is what's infecting what's going on with you, Taylor. So you need to be aware of that. So hey, I hope that helps you out, Taylor.
It's a good question. It's a good question. We have a lot of great questions for the new year. We're ready to expand and grow, and
Yeah.
and with that Capricorn energy, with that so much directness, and it's so weird because I was feeling that Cancer energy like that, and I think it's a full moon too. It's like a Cancer full moon.
Yes.
Do you know, with having such a direct energy being said to you and then being in your emotions at the same time, you're going to take it harsh. That's why it's a double-edged sword. Yes, you're getting the information you need, but damn it, did it hurt.
Well, I'll tell you something. I am a Cancer. I'm a Cancer sun sign. So
Same here.
So when the moon's in Cancer, I can thrive, right? Like because we know these waters already. The rest of the people around us are struggling, but we know these waters. We have these waters on a daily basis, but it does get intense when the moon has its connection with Cancer. It does.
Yes. And we're sitting there going, what's wrong with everybody? We're feeling fine. And everybody else is like,
it's a normal day. Why is everyone going crazy around me?
Exactly. And, and those other signs too, when your Cancer affects your Mars, your Cancer affects, because it's, with all of our signs, we've got signs all throughout our charts. And one of the best people I know to talk about charts is Squirrel. Absolutely amazing astrology. Oh my God, her astrology, mwah, magnifique.
Yes, I can't say enough. I can't say enough. I mean, she's been a mentor in astrology for me, and she is a fountain of knowledge. Like
absolutely,
can't say enough about her.
I know, me either, and I can't wait. I've told her how I see astrology, and it fascinates her. So she wants to teach me the other side of it, the book knowledge of it, because I go off of what I'm seeing psychically, and it astounds her when I'm like, this is, she's like, yes, oh my God, Judy, you need to know the math. I know it's French to you, but I can show you the math.
Right. It's like when, I mean, math was always my troublesome subject in school. And then I ended up picking a major in college that was heavy in math. Mm-hmm. Why did I torture myself like that? It's a different language, right?
Right. It's all in French. And you're like, I don't speak French.
But truly, and I look at it like, you know, the cards and anything that you can do psychically is one thing, and you're using one part of your brain, but astrology is the flip side of that. It's the math to what we do.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So awesome. The Squirrel's amazing. She's got some stuff that's coming up on our YouTube channel. It's going to blow people's minds. I can't wait for story time. It's going to be mythology and astrology. Get ready for it, guys. And we're going to start off with none other than Aquarius.
Ooh.
So, good one to start off with. All right. So who do we have next on the beautiful list? All right. No caller ID.
Hello. Do you see new love coming in for me? All right. So let's take a 6-month outlook, right? Because that'll get us through the summer of 2023. So Spirit, let's take a look here. All right, so for this month of January, I have the Daughter of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. And this month is about possibility with that Page of Wands. But that possibility comes with, you've got to get out there. You've got to start putting yourself out there. And I don't mean out there online, because what I'm getting with this wand is physically. The wand is a physical instrument, and you physically have to get out there. You physically have to be seen. You physically have to mingle. So if you're willing to do that, you're going to find that there's some interest and some buzz around you, and you could possibly come up with some possible, actually more than one possible suitor is what I'm getting. And for the month of February, I have this Goddess of Pentacles, which is, of course, the Queen of Pentacles. She's very solid. So whether you are masculine or feminine, you will be able to exude that type of energy in the month of February. You'll be out there, and when people see you, they're going to like, wow, look at that. And you'll be noticed in a very strong way, in a way that you'll find has people or suitors, I'll call them, gravitating towards you, right? Wanting to know who you are, wanting to be in your energy, wanting to feel the nurturing side of your nature. So this is a hey. All right.
Gotta love
take
that
a drink on that one. I'm like, can I get those cards for myself coming up here?
You gotta love it, because you can learn things. As readers, we learn things from even some of the people's questions. You know, everybody's I do things this way, or I do things that way, and you know, and then you see what's coming out for them, and you can also learn your own lesson out of all that situation. So
ultimately, I think that those who are drawn to you for a reading are people that in some small way, with their question or with what comes out in that reading, they are teaching you a lesson. Like there's always something I find in there for the reader as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I find that to be true always.
1,000%. 1,000%.
And and one of the things I think is important in the new year. I mean, I actually start to do it before the new year, even before we get into the new year. But I think it can kind of set the tone and set you up for success in all areas, including love, is cleansing, right? Spiritual cleansing. So I think with the new year, it's really important to cleanse your home, right? Because you've got probably people coming in and out of your home, and everyone kind of brings their own little energy with them and leaves and departs and leaves something behind energetically. You need to cleanse that out. You need to cleanse out, like if you've been in a funk, if you've been depressed, you need to cleanse that out of your home. If things have been going the wrong direction financially, it's been hard, you need to cleanse that out. So even though, like I said, I start on that before the new year, these first days of the new year are really a prime time to do that. So I would say for anyone watching, if you're looking to make big changes, as we often are at the beginning of a new year, spiritual cleansing, especially your home, is a great place to start. And you can often find that things start just from that one action will start to move in a direction you want to see. You'd be surprised what could be lurking around in the shadows of your home that's holding you back, right?
Right. You're like, oh, I didn't even know this was here. But the thing is when that clock strikes 12 for me, that front door and that back door open up.
Yes!
You open up that back door, and then you open up that front door to let that new in and let that old out. And you stage, do your thing. You don't have to use stage. There are many other things. There's plastic, all kinds of stuff out there for you. Go to your local apothecary or spirit store. It doesn't matter what religion you are. Just let it out.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So who do we have next on the Wow. Oh, we got a donation. Mega reading from Colleen.
Thank you so much, Colleen. So my soon-to-be ex-husband and my house has not sold yet. Oh, my soon-to-be ex-husband's and my house has not sold yet. I agreed in September to send him money each month until December. I am paying for my own place while he lives there. All right, well, let's look at, I plan to tell him tonight I don't want to pay him anymore as it doesn't feel fair. How do I handle his response to me saying I don't want to pay? Will he try to bully me? Okay, let's look at what's coming with this house. Let's look at the house sale too and what might be holding it up so that you can maybe take action on that. But more importantly, let's get to him. What's he going to do? And what should you do about it? Okay. All right. First off, I come with the Hermit in the reverse, followed by the 7 of Wands in the reverse. And what I'm getting from those, wow. Yeah. There's this feeling like, of course, I'm getting very strongly from him. He has this feeling like he has to protect himself from you. Now, as you know, we all see our situations from our own point of view. So not saying that you're in any wrong here, but this is where he's coming from. He feels as if he has to protect himself from you. He feels like there's things he wants to do with this 9 of Wands that I'm getting here. And if you can see the 2 figures in the background there, I see like he has his eyes set on another situation. And this is like the thing that's holding him back. What I would expect is with this Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, it's a feeling like you're just going to have to hold your own. His reaction is going to be an interesting one, because while he may, lash out at you, he will also at some point, I see in the days and weeks to come here, act as if he wants to kind of cooperate and join forces with you and get this done. But when you see that happening, I would caution you to stand firm in taking care of yourself in this matter. In other words, he's out for himself. You need to be out for yourself and not be thrown off by the fact that he's now maybe acting like, hey, let's figure out, being nicer. So his initial reaction, you're just going to have to hold your peace, right? You're going to have to stand your ground. And I think doing so is going to cause him to later say, hey, let's see how we can work this out so that we both can benefit. So neither one of us is hurting. But know that behind that is him trying to get you to come down off your stance, and him trying to get what he can out of it, right? I feel like he's strapped for some reason, and that feeling of being strapped leaves him feeling like he can't continue towards a situation romantically that he's trying to get to, because he may not have anything or enough to offer. So let's look at what's holding back the sale of this house and what can be done about it. Interesting. So I have the Emperor in the reverse, followed by the Ace of Swords upright, and the Five of Pentacles. I think this is going to drag on for some time. Yeah, I think it's going to drag on for some time. And I think, again, what we were just talking about, if you were listening about the spiritual house cleansing, I think that is a very good idea in this case. I think it would be a good idea, if you still have access to the home, to go ahead and cleanse the home spiritually, because I feel as if when people, if you look at this Five of Pentacles and you look at the imagery, it's like the woman's in front of this window and there's this scene in the window. I feel like when people are entering this house, they're picking up on some energy, on some vibes that are turning them off, and that needs to be cleared out. And something about this Ace of Swords is telling me that, it might even be a great idea for you to, I don't know what you do or what you connect to spiritually, but if there's a deity that you can give offering to, in order to help facilitate the sale of the house, that would be a good idea as well. A lot of people in the Christian faith, especially, or root work, that type of thing, they connect to Saint Joseph when it comes to house sales. And Saint Joseph is a good deity as far as helping houses to sell. How can I stand on my strength and wind up happy with the money outcome, if that's possible? When I say stand on your strength, you've already made a decision as to the fact that you don't plan to pay him. So when he starts to make that news, the delivery of that news that you're going to give him hard, he's going to do that with the intention of you backing down and giving him the money, right? You just got to stand firm. You just got to stand firm and be like, no, I cannot and I will not, and don't get into the explanations, because I see here with this Emperor in reverse, one of the things that he has an ability to do is get you into explaining yourself. And then once you start to explain yourself, he starts to pick apart your explanations, and now you start to crumble in your strength. Don't even go there with the explanations. Just give him the news and stand firm in the news. And that's it. And cut the conversation as short as you need to. You've given him the information now that he needs, and he can do with that what he wants to. And you just have to stand firm, right? If you can fake that strength, fake it until you make it, just fake it. You can go home behind closed doors and cry if you need to, but while you're standing in front of him, you stand firm. So we did talk about what could be causing the sale of the home, the home to stay on the market. And I'm just going to get some extra information here from Spirit in regards to if there's any other actions that you can be taking. Wow. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, followed by the King of Wands. I don't know what your realtor situation looks like. I would say that if you're using a realtor, which I hope you are, because it does call for a realtor, is what I'm seeing. Your realtor really needs to get on the ball, because here's what I'm seeing with this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse and the King of Wands. The realtor might be talking a good game, or you might run into a realtor talking a good game, but you need to make sure they're actually taking the action. Are they really prioritizing this home? Yes, we have a realtor. Okay. Are they prioritizing your home? Are they actually getting it out there in every way they can? Because what I'm seeing here is someone who looks good on the surface and looks like they're doing an amazing job, but they're kind of being lax about it, right? But they know how to appear professional. And so, people don't question them. They probably have years of experience with that. So, what I'm seeing here is that you need to kind of become that pesky client. What's happening? What's happening today? Do you have a showing set up? How many people have contacted you about that? How many people have you contacted? You need to get in their ass, okay? Is what I'm seeing. And with this Page of Cups, you can do that. You don't have to be mean about it. You could just do that, like all of a sudden you're very eager. With the Page of Cups, the page is a young energy, energy of eagerness. You have this dream of selling this house and moving on, right? So that's how you approach the realtor, right? Without causing any type of disruption in what can happen there. I hope that helps you. But yeah, I definitely see the realtor not pulling their weight. They look like they're pulling their weight, but in actuality, they're not pulling their weight. And you need to get to the bottom of that. I see, the prime time or timing around the sale of this home is going to be over the next 6 months, right? So obviously you don't want it to go on 6 months, but these are the prime months. So between now and June, right? So if you get into a situation where you're either discussing taking it off the market or it's starting to linger on and on, know that after June, it's going to get a lot worse. So now's the time to get on fire. And as you can see in this Tower card, there's lots of fire there. Now's the time to light a fire under your realtor. Light a fire and get this sold. Just to recap, as we were talking before, it's also time to incorporate anything within your belief system as far as a deity is concerned. It's the time to get back and cleanse that home and get all the yucky, gooky stuff out of there. And if you were in that home with him and you were arguing and fighting, that energy is still in that home. Along with some other things, though, there's some other things going on there that are causing people to come into that home and be like, while the home might look like what they want, they're like, it doesn't feel right. And, the decision to buy a house can often be based on feeling, right? Or feeling like you can see yourself there and having a good feeling about the space. There's something there that's causing a turnoff in that regard. So get back to the basics if you are not experienced in how to get this type of work or cleansing done. Start to look around at who in your community is skilled at that and can do that for you, right? It would be well worth your investment of time and energy to get that done. Like, if you can tackle that and the realtor, then I say things turn around for you really smoothly. But like I said, you want to be mindful of that time frame. If you're starting to get towards the summer months, just know that it's going to get increasingly harder after that. So let's get it taken care of now. Hope that helps.
What a beautiful reading. I couldn't say uh, much more to add to that because that was just straight up beautiful, guys. This is what a mega reading looks like. If you guys would like to get a mega reading, you still got time to do so. But don't forget, tonight at midnight, that's Eastern time, and that's 9 Pacific. We've got Whispers from the Forest with Squirrel. So, guys, make sure you guys are tuning in for that and sending her some love. And, guys, remember, we got a big lineup for you guys tomorrow night as well. We've got at 7 p.m. Eastern, Destiny K, Divine Love and Light. We've got Elise Raven at 9 p.m. with Visions of a Raven. We've got Journey Ryan live with Journey Ryan, this guy right here. And then we've got Cassidy the card slinger at 11. So, guys, make sure you're tuning in to another eventful night with 4 psychics doing amazing shows for you guys. And then again, you've got Journey and Friends on Friday at 8. And that is a show that could last a couple hours. It all depends on you guys and what you guys have in store for us. We're really looking forward to talking and seeing all of you there and supporting us. And Fridays is definitely our fun day. We play games. We have a lot of great fun. And there's giveaways. Gotta love the giveaways. All right. So who do we have next on the list? And we got to thank you so much from Colleen. All right, we got a 3-minute reading. And who is the beautiful soul for that? So we got Sierra.
All right. So, Sierra, you've been on your spiritual journey since March of last year and having major difficulty because I don't know what my gifts I naturally inherit and if I'm hearing from my guides. All right. Well, let's take a look at what your guidances want you to know because that's the first and most important thing here. So you do have the sun here, the brightest card in the deck. So yes, dear, you are progressing well on your journey, and those things that you think you're hearing, I'm seeing it. And with that baby there in the sun card, just remember you're a baby at this. You're still new. Okay, so don't push yourself too hard. There is a bird here in the sky over this baby's head and directly over the baby's head. And birds to me are messengers. So you are receiving messages. Don't doubt that. Just start to breathe and say to yourself, okay, I did hear that. I did see that. I do know that. And know that you are getting those messages. The more you start to trust yourself with that, the further along your development will come. So with this Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, along with the Fool in the reverse, wow, we are getting an energy here of don't rush the process, right? Stay like 2 steps behind where you think you're supposed to be, right? Because you're rushing yourself, or you're being hard or putting pressure on yourself. And so your guidances want you to know not to do that with this Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. You're developing at the speed that you're supposed to, and to develop too fast would bring you into a situation where you would find reason to walk away from it. And it's very important that you don't do that. So stay, you know, pace yourself, in other words. With the Fool in reverse, that's another confirmation on that. And also, it is a confirmation to make sure that you are trusting in wise mentors to help you with your journey, because for right now, at least, it's not something that you're meant to do alone. So if you don't have mentors in your area that you can trust, I I would suggest that you start to research, you know, mentors in the exact type of like if you wanted to go into the tarot, I would suggest that you research mentors that could help you with that, because they don't have to be right in your area. I hope that helps. So yes, you're trying to rush it for sure, and you want everything to be perfect. Yes, don't worry about the perfection. Let go of that.
All right. She said, sadly, I haven't found a mentor. So, but Sierra, we've got some really cool things coming up. So, some mentors will be brought to your attention if you're checking out the YouTube channel, which I already know you're a part of. So, make sure you're keeping an eye out on the cool things that we'll be presenting for you guys to check out. We're going to be talking to many spiritual practitioners and helping people through their spiritual journey. That's what we are here for. That is what my Psychic Connection has been founded on, and we will continue to keep doing that. So, looking forward to seeing you there, Sierra.
That's awesome.
Just thank you guys so much. You are welcome. And that goes for astrology too. We're going to be putting that astrology out there for you guys. And of course, like we were talking about, Squirrel, who is on after this show at midnight. She's going to show people the way and give them the fundamentals and help them out and give them some ideas on how to work through this. So there'll be a lot of information about how you can do all that and how you can be a part of that coming up here very soon. But I definitely wanted to throw that surprise out there. All right. Well, let's keep it going. We got some more time. Who do we got next on the list? We got Gemma Ball.
Will I financially be okay this year? Worry about losing my disability or getting a lower rate of it. Okay, so let's take a look at what's coming up financially. And let's take a look at, I'll just do each quarter of the year. So the first 3 months, January through March, March through June, July through September, and then the rest of the year here. So for the first quarter of the year, I do have the Death card. Do not let that make you afraid. For the second quarter of the year, I have the Page of Pentacles, followed by the High Priestess for the third quarter of the year in the reverse, and the Queen of Wands in the reverse for the last quarter of the year. And with this Death card, I am seeing on this Death card, there are like a gazillion butterflies. And what that's telling me is now's the time to start develop the things of the transformation that you're trying to make, right? There are some older things that have been holding you financially. And let me just take a look if it's... There's going to be some ups and downs here with your disability. I'm seeing that for sure with this Death card. But there are some opportunities around you to make do. In other words, there's some other things that you can turn to if you are willing to open your eyes to it and put the work in on it in order to supplement some things for now. With this Page of Pentacles coming up for the second quarter of the year, again, I see by the second quarter, there's a lot of greenery in this card, and I see it as like the second quarter definitely looks a lot better than the first. Well, thank you for that question, and thanks for trusting me with that question.
Absolutely. That was definitely a good question. And guys, remember, check us out. We're here 5 nights a week. We've got multiple shows on multiple days. So guys, make sure you're checking that out. Gemma says thank you. All right.
Oh, you're very welcome there.
Let's keep it going, guys. While the fire is hot, let's go ahead and take the next person in line. Celtic Dragon.
All right. Was Odin appearing as sky and sun in dream giving and speaking to me a nudge to follow Norse paganism or letting me know he's watching over me? Okay, so dream interpretation is a little complicated in that, it's I would need to hear the dream to really interpret, and I do dream interpretation. I get a no on Odin. So let's take a look here to see what spirit has to say that you need to know a little bit about your dream here. I had the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Swords in the reverse, and the 6 of Wands in the reverse. And this is about the hard times. And I'm just getting a feeling like you've been pushing against what it is that you're really trying to draw or what you're really trying to accomplish. You've been pushing against it. So you've been working against yourself is what I'm hearing here with this 10 of Wands. And with the 7 of Swords in the reverse, I'm getting like part of the way in which you've been pushing against yourself is you have this willingness to do whatever it takes without considering the ramifications or what's happening around you, what your actions are doing around you. And I'm a straight shooter, so don't shoot the messenger. This is what Spirit's giving me. So with the 6 of Wands, what it wants you to know in reverse is that type of action, that type of attitude, that type of pushing outward against the world will put you in a place with the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands upright is the card of the winner, right? Getting what you want. And with it being Yeah. So it's a good time, especially when we're talking about the Cancer energy that's all around us, looking at what it is that we're putting out and how it's affecting what we're receiving, right?
Yeah, and with dream interpretation too, he says that's true. Been hard on myself with all the bad that's been going on. I slightly push family away.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's more of a time for joining forces, I would say, for you.
And with the dream interpretation of Odin, what does Odin mean to you? How do you see Odin? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's part of the representation.
Mm-hmm. Dream interpretation is something that I really enjoy, right? Mm-hmm. And people call me all the time with dreams, and I sit there and interpret. And it's like, you really have to hear the dream, and because it's all symbolism, you have to hear the dream. But you can ask Spirit, what do I need to know, right? And you'll get that answer, which is what I did here with the cards. But yeah, dream interpretation is so yummy.
Yes, it's a totally different beast, and yes, I loved how what was the message the Spirit was trying to get you to understand. Because a lot of people don't realize that we dream all the time, but the dreams that we remember are the dreams that we cannot process. We didn't know how to process that. It confuses us. So then we wake up with all this memory of all this symbolism in these dreams, and we're like, wow, what the hell did that mean? And
right.
Celtic Dragon said, okay, thanks, makes sense. No problem, Celtic Dragon. All right. Well, let's keep it going. Let's go ahead and take another person. Who do we got next
Yep.
on the list? We
What
got
do you
Hunter
see?
P.
Yes. What do you see happening when I return to America work-wise? All right. Let's take a look. Woo-hoo-hoo. So, okay. Interesting. 9 of Swords, the Death card, and the Page of Pentacles upright. I feel like there's going to be actually some difficulty, and that difficulty, um, all hope isn't lost though. So when I say the word difficulty, I want you to understand that, because with the butterflies that I'm seeing all over this Death card, that is about the ability to transform and make something work, right? But I do see that there's a lack. There's a lack on your part, whether that's of training, of education, um, there's a lack of credentials, something there's a lack of, and that's going to be the direct cause of the difficulty, right? It's not like all hope is lost and you can't get past it. It's just that it's going to take some maneuvering to get past it, and it's going to feel uncomfortable, right? So let's look at what you can specifically do to move past it. So I have the Nine of Cups, the Two of Wands in the reverse, and the Knight of Cups. Nine of Cups and Knight of Cups. Okay, so Nine of Cups does talk about you being able to get what you want, right? So, like I said, all hope is not lost. And that's really the crux of what you need to understand from this reading here, because you're going to, I feel like a situation where you'll start to lose hope because you're up against some difficulty, but all hope is not lost. And hey,
There's a lot of energy there. It's definitely a lot of energy there, especially with
yeah,
that question.
everything started to rush through. So I would say to that person, it's get a reading, because get a longer reading, because there's a lot there that Spirit wants you to understand and help support you on.
Exactly.
And the energy was very strong.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, we've come to our 5-minute mark. So, guys, we are going to be taking. So Hunter said, I can understand that on the aspect of what my dream career is. Mostly, definitely lots coming in, just in divine timing. Exactly, timing is always everything.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And doing things in right time, I would say more specifically.
All right, guys, we're going to be taking our last question of the evening. So who do we have as our last question? Audrey.
All right, so will my name be on the new house, or no, because the mother-in-law will co-sign for us? Oh, okay, interesting situation. Let's take a look at the circumstance and how this will play out from your perspective and from the mother-in-law's perspective. Oh, very, wow. Okay, so I have the Three of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and she looks fierce, as in I wouldn't want to mess with her, and the Empress. So there's a lot to consider with this mother-in-law's name being on the house, because if you don't know your mother-in-law to be rather fierce, if her name goes on the house, you're going to see a different side of her, is what I'm seeing. So that's something that came up on your stack of cards here for consideration. All right. I know sometimes we want something so badly and we're willing to do things to get that, like have co-signing or something like that. But Spirit is saying here, it's like you'll be feeling like you are on the outside looking in sometimes in your own home if you go the route of having her co-sign. On her stack of cards, I have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands in the reverse. And yeah, yeah, mother-in-law, I would take a whole second look, um, or a whole second look at my situation before letting my mother-in-law sign in this with these cards. It's like I said, you could have a lovely connection with her now, or you could have a challenging one, but you're going to see a lot of challenges if her name goes on. Hey,
Yikes. With those cards, yikes.
yikes. I'd be like, I'm gonna keep this pen over here.
Exactly. She went, laugh out loud. Yeah, I love her now. Yikes. She says, laugh out loud. Thank you. So,
Oh, thank you for trusting me.
absolutely. And guys, just know if you didn't get a reading on this show, in about 1 hour, we're going to be here with Whispers from the Forest with Squirrel. So, guys, make sure you're tuning in there. And, guys, if you'd like to get a faster reading, you can also donate. That automatically jumps you ahead of everybody on the list. So, guys, make sure you guys tune in for Squirrel Show. Gigi, it has been absolutely amazing with you tonight, and the knowledge that you have and the beautiful readings that you provide. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Again, thank you for having me, and I have truly enjoyed this. So this was a great way to start the new year for me as well. So thank you.
Absolutely, because we're back, guys. We're back. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching us. And, guys, make sure to tune in to Squirrel Show starting in 1 hour. We loved everyone. Blessings, guys. Think about them cleansings. Open them doors. Let that old out to bring the new in. It's time.
Yeah.
And from everyone,
thank you, everyone watching. Thank you.
And from everyone here at My Psychic Connection, thank you so much. And we will see you in 1 hour. Talk to you soon.